There are so many birds and squirrels out here. I hope you can still hear me over all of the nature sounds. Hello there and welcome back. For today's video, I want to make a little guy. That's it. That's the whole video. Really, I have been seeing super awesome creators all over my Pinterest and my Instagram that have made these wonderful little handcrafted woodland spirit whimsical little dudes, and I want one. So I'm gonna try to spend no money on this video. I don't have a plan, and we're gonna make a whimsical little dude. Let's go inside. I got a design started for him. I did a little sketch, but I wasn't completely sure what materials I was going to use yet. I went rummaging around my supplies and I realized I have a whole container full of wool. Some of it is synthetic, some of it is real sheep's wool that a friend gave to me from her sheeps. And I thought that needle felting would be an awesome way to start working on this guy. Little did I know I only had one needle left in my possession. So I've already cheated a bit. I went ahead and ordered a kit so I can work with some coarser needles and get this guy's little body going a little bit faster. Yesterday I also sculpted his little mask and I sculpted his staff. I have a wonderful creative friend named MJ who makes dice for D&D, and they poured some crystals out of extra resin for me. So I have this beautiful little resin crystal that I put into his staff. Those have been drying, so hopefully we'll be able to finish and assemble this guy today. Hey! If you've never needle felted before, you can sculpt objects by stabbing a blob of wool with special barbed needles that tangle and knot the fibers. The more you stab, the more compact the fibers will get, eventually creating a cute, solid, fuzzy shape. Despite the fact that the kit came with some finger protection, I still managed to draw blood. Once I had successfully created a chicken nugget, I attempted some limbs. My little creature could have benefited from a skeleton, but I didn't have any armature wire kicking around, so I just did my best. I struggled with attaching them and getting some decent looking proportions, so he did end up getting emergency surgery later on. Alright, so here's where we're at with this guy's little body, and I'm not feeling so hot. So what I'm considering is making him a little cloak, because his arms are a little bit longer. So his little arms can stick out of his cloak and his little feet. But maybe the cloak can obscure how funky his little body looks. His little staff will be in this hand. So I think, oh, and I want to give him some cute hair. So maybe we'll start figuring out his hair and his cloak situation next. I had no idea how to even approach making clothes for him. The fabric I'm using is from a t-shirt that I relieved of its sleeves. I looked up a few cloak patterns online, but obviously he is not human body shaped. So after a lot of futzing, I put together this handsome vest with a collar.
I based the clay pieces in black and colored them using only dry brushing. For the mask and staff, I wanted them to look like an old tree, so I used dark brown first, then progressively lighter layers of yellow ochre and a light beige. For finishing touches, I weathered his tunic with paint, glued some flocking to his mask and staff, added a few gold details, and glued everything together. Everyone, meet Scarpy. Scarpy is a tiny nature sprite who lives hiding in the underbrush or cobweb-riddled corners. He is the psychopomp for the forgotten and the unseen. As the plants and bugs wither and fade from this world, Scarpy sees their tiny souls on the journey to the other side. When the fly caught in the screen of the back door is not long for this world, Scarpy will be there to comfort them so they can pass peacefully. He may use the little magic he has to help your shriveled houseplant hang on just one more day until you remember to water it. But if he can't save them, he will ensure their spirit travels safely. We are much too large for our souls to have any need for little Scarpy, but if we look closely at the webs in the garage full of spider victims, we may catch a glimpse of him there, doing his work.